Ladies and gentlemen, this generation has already been super exciting, not necessarily because of the first-party games, because Xbox hasn't had a lot of first-party games in the first year of the generation. PlayStation has definitely had a lot more, but neither has been killing it as far as first-party titles go. But I have to admit, the moves that are being made from Xbox and PlayStation makes me as a gamer super excited. Now, I don't know if you guys heard, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard that PlayStation has officially acquired Bluepoint Games. Now, this is the worst kept secret in the industry. Everybody knows they were going to acquire Bluepoint Games. Hell, everybody knows that they already acquired Bluepoint Games. But the thing I want to talk about is how PlayStation has acquired 5 studios just this year. Just this year alone, and I think that's incredible. And we all know that Xbox changed the game last year when they acquired ZeniMax, all 8 of Bethesda studios, as well as their IP, and not to mention the previous studios Xbox had acquired. 3 or 4 years ago, Xbox had like 6 studios, 6 damn studios. Now they have 23. PlayStation wasn't just going to let Xboxes buy up all of these studios and they weren't going to do anything. So PlayStation, Xbox is gearing up to be a hell of a generation. And this is just a start, guys. PlayStation is not done acquiring studios. Xbox is not done acquiring studios. Hell, even Embracer Group has tons of studios. Tencent has tons of studios. It's all about content. Content is king. That's always been the case. So when I say to a lot of my Xbox brothers, last generation wasn't great, they get mad at me, said, Dirt, you're wrong. But in my opinion, Xbox first party wasn't great last generation. And if it was, you think they would acquire all of these extra studios? No, they know they had to get better in the first party part of the industry, because they really didn't have the first party games to compete, but now they do. And because of that, PlayStation isn't being content. They're also acquiring studios. But something I want to talk about was something I'm seeing PlayStation fanboys run with: organic growth. Now let's talk about this for a second, because organic growth is great. Bluepoint, Housemarque, some of the studios that PlayStation has acquired, Insomniac, are studios that they have worked with for a long time, and I think that's great. Organic growth. Now, the thing that I'm laughing at is PlayStation fanboys is using this as a narrative to downplay what Xbox has done. First off, Xbox definitely has some organic growth studios over there also. Undead Labs, Playground Games. They had a good relationship with Bethesda. I'm not going to say Bethesda was organic growth, because Bethesda always did multi-plats for the most part. But yeah, Xbox has some studios they've acquired that was organic growth. Now, the reason I want to talk about this, because this isn't a narrative. Just stop it. This is not really a narrative. Listen, I have an analogy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a big sports guy. I love the NBA. Organic growth is if a team draft a player, they draft this player directly out of college, and he plays for their team. They get good with this player. The player gets better. He develops, and eventually they win a championship. That's organic growth. Now, what the PlayStation fanboys are trying to say that's so much better than what Xbox is doing. They're saying Xbox is just buying up studios. Okay, my point is, who gives a shit? If the NBA team drafted a player, the player develops, and they win a championship, that's great. But if a team gets a player from free agency or a trade, and they still get better and win a championship, the end result is the same. Who gives a shit? This isn't a narrative, guys. Just stop it. Organic growth. Look, man. I just don't understand. It's always a narrative. PlayStation is buying studios. Xbox is buying studios. Let's just sit back, relax, and wait for the games to come. Organic growth isn't a narrative. Yes, I understand PlayStation had Housemarque. They had Bluepoint Games. Some of the other studios they have acquired, Insomniac. Yes, they have mostly done PlayStation games, and that's amazing. Just like Playground Games, just like Undead Labs. Both teams has organic growth. But if the end result is great games at the end of the day, who gives a shit how these studios were acquired? Just stop it. Just stop it. Organic growth. Well, Xbox just open their pocketbook and go spend and buy. That's what big time trillion-dollar companies do. So, if they can do it, they can do it. If you make more money than your neighbor, you can probably go buy more shit than your neighbor, right? Are you wrong for spending your money? No. No, you're not. So that's all I wanted to say, guys. I'm just seeing this whole organic growth shit, and I'm like, come on, guys. Come on. These guys try to find a narrative out of anything. Just stop it. Let's stop it. Yes, PlayStation has more organic growth. Xbox has a bigger pocketbook. But like I said, if the end result is great games for us, who gives a shit how these studios and why these studios were acquired, guys? Let's just stop it. Well, anyway, I'm about to get up out of here. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble across my channel and you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell to know what my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.